The other day, I was extremely bored, and so I decided to find my old PS3. I was set on one thing when I found my PS3. I wanted to revisit all of the classic Little Big Planet games. From Little Big Planet 1 to Little Big Planet Karting, I played them all. I felt the most amount of nostalgia for Little Big Planet 2 when I replayed that. Just seeing my old pod and even hearing the iconic pod music was just simply indescribable. I've never felt so much nostalgia for any game in my life. Little Big Planet 2 is just a very special game to me. After playing this beautiful game once again, it got me thinking. I started to think about why Little Big Planet 2 was such a good game. After asking you guys why you thought Little Big Planet 2 was so good, I came up with a conclusion. In my personal opinion, I believe it was a mix of how the community was during the time period and the absolute banger of a story mode. Other factors like the pod music, peaceful community, and even the tutorial levels just made this game perfect. While it's just simply my opinion, I asked you guys how you would answer this question, and after seeing various comments, it seems like people have the same opinion as I do. Many things contributed to making this game amazing, and after seeing what made it so good, I formed a new question. What can make Little Big Planet 4 amazing? Well, let's try to answer that. Today, let's look at what I want in Little Big Planet 4, if it ever happens, that will make the game amazing. Once again, we're going to break down all the beneficial factors that could possibly make Little Big Planet 4 great, if it ever happens. In the opening of this video, we analyzed what made Little Big Planet 2 so great. There were so many contributors to Little Big Planet 2's success, but let's see what can make Little Big Planet 4 possibly better. One thing I'd love to see Little Big Planet improve on is the maximum number of players. That's right, instead of having just 4 players in a party, they could possibly extend it to a larger number, like 8 or 10. It would be awesome to play with more than 4 people at a time. Speaking of online features, it would be interesting to see the maximum amount of levels published be extended, too. Only being able to post 20 levels is such a drag, especially if you enjoy creating levels. If both of these limits were extended in Little Big Planet 4, I'm sure the community would be all over that. The community would be extremely satisfied with that decision. Aside from those two things though, I believe updating the online server would be great too, because Little Big Planet 3's online features are extremely slow and buggy. And if they were to fix this issue in Little Big Planet 4, it would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's right, servers that actually work. Some other smaller improvements in Little Big Planet 4 would be a way to import pictures or images, maybe some custom level tags, and not having your profile be corrupted every single time you try to play the game. Seriously, profile corruption on its own is one of the most annoying bugs in gaming history. If they could just simply right the wrong presented by Little Big Planet 3, then they could have a masterpiece on their hands. Advertising is an important aspect of any game, and I feel the need to say that Little Big Planet should be a very widespread game. I would love for Little Big Planet to become extremely popular, and I believe advertising should be a decently huge focus before and after the game is released. Along with heavy advertising, having the game be cross-platform would also grow its popularity, but I've discussed that in a previous video. It seems like PlayStation hasn't been treating this franchise correctly. They've moved on from Little Big Planet and have begun their focus on just Sackboy. In reality, Little Big Planet is a game series that should be cherished by PlayStation. I sadly can't see Little Big Planet 4 coming anytime soon, but let's move on to what else I would want if it was actually going to happen. Little Big Planet 2's story mode was something so perfect. From the characters to the locations, Media Molecule absolutely nailed the story mode. The antagonist, the Negativitron,
They call it the Negativitron.
is such an amazingly thought out villain, and to me was genuinely the best villain in any Little Big Planet game. Other story characters, such as Clive, my personal favorite, or Avalon, were great as well. I mean, they all have their unique personalities which can be discovered by playing their story levels. Each character had their own section of levels which allowed them to fully flesh out the character. I understand that Little Big Planet 1 and 3 also do this in a way, but Little Big Planet 2 just simply does it better. If Little Big Planet 4 could possibly repeat the success of this story mode one more time and make a beautiful story mode, then Little Big Planet 4 will have a fighting chance. Little Big Planet's theme is all about creativity, and creativity should be a theme in the story. What I'm saying is that the characters in the story should be as creative as the game itself. We need fleshed out characters with distinct and unique features in Little Big Planet 4. Every level in Little Big Planet 2 just added to the personality of the characters' levels you are playing. For example, in the first section of levels, Da Vinci's Hideout, we learn about, well, Da Vinci and his creative potential and artistic abilities by witnessing the things in his levels. We see things like his inventions, his sketches, and technology that just adds to this character. Little Big Planet 4 should also do something similar to this. Speaking of story mode levels, Little Big Planet 4 should have improved DLC kits as well. Don't get me wrong, level kits like the Toy Story level kit or the Pirates of the Caribbean level kit were great. I believe we need longer level kits though. I believe Little Big Planet should stretch out the length of these level kits while also giving the players more prizes from the level kit. To summarize this section of the video, Little Big Planet 4 just needs a great story mode and, well, great level kits equally. As most of you know, 3D game mechanics are possible in Little Big Planet 3, although these mechanics do take some extreme work, and if you want them to function smoothly, it's going to take some time. Little Big Planet 4 should limit this process by adding chips or other beneficial factors that would limit the time it takes to make a 3D level. What I mean is, just make a 3D game mechanic more accessible to those who might not know how to do it. Another issue I find with Little Big Planet's Create system is the custom weapons feature. It is possible in Little Big Planet 3 to create your own power-ups. Sometimes these power-ups end up looking a little bit strange. There should be chips that make the weapon or power-up creation easier and less awkward. Again, I'd love to see what the community would do with these improvements. Now, my biggest two problems with the Create mode are the thermometer and the size of the background. Little Big Planet should extend the thermometer's limits, which would make level creation 1,000 times better. I understand that the dynamic thermometer is also pretty good, but sometimes it causes bugs, such as certain parts of the map not loading in, or parts of the map just not appearing at all. The background size is also a huge limit in level creation. I feel as if certain backgrounds just don't give the player enough space for their level. If there was a certain background extension to all backgrounds that would give the player a little more space, I'm sure amazing levels could be made with this improvement. But that's all I have to say about the level creation. Let's move on. I could talk about this topic for a very long time, and I'm sure some of you could too. Little Big Planet is my absolute favorite game series, and I would give anything to see Little Big Planet 4 become a reality. The nostalgia I've had while experiencing Little Big Planet 1 and Little Big Planet 2 for the first time is a feeling that cannot be replicated, but it is something that can be recreated for new fans. Little Big Planet wouldn't just bring the old fans back, it would create new ones. So, in that case, I say let Little Big Planet 4 happen. Bring us a new era of Little Big Planet. Bring us this dream. Bring us something new. Bring us Little Big Planet back. With all of that being said, here's to hoping that Little Big Planet 4 will, eventually, in the future, happen. For now, that's all I have to say. That's what I've wanted for Little Big Planet 4, if it ever happens.
Do not take lightly your hopes, your ideas, your fantasies. Let them grow. Nurture them. Then your wildest imaginings will soon trip the dream fantastic, soaring into the wonder plane and spreading into something altogether magnificent. And perhaps you'll see them again the next time you visit Little Big Planet.